Members, while we're in guest introductions, Mr. McCarty, you have some additional guests with us, I believe.
I do. Also want to welcome two different schools from the district in the gallery today. We have the students from Crocker Riverside Elementary School, I believe the kindergarten class, as well as some students from the Mary Hill School in Midtown Sacramento. Welcome to our state capitol.
Now back on the file, members. We're moving back to file item 94, AB 1669 for the purpose of amendments. Clerk will read with amendments.
Assembly Bill 1669 with amendments by Assemblymember Roger Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez on the amendments.
Mr. Speaker and members, AB 1669 will establish a bid preference for contractors in the solid waste hauling industry who agree to retain contractors' employees for a 90-day period. These amendments reflect language that has been agreed to between our sponsor and representatives of the solid waste contractors to address their concerns. I ask that this bill go out to print and back on file. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hernandez. Without objection, we may take a voice vote on the amendments. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. The ayes have it. The amendments are adopted. Bill's out to print and back on file. Mr. Calderon, you are recognized for your procedural motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I request unanimous consent to suspend Assembly Rule 63 and take up AB 120, Committee on Budget, without reference to file for purpose of concurring in Senate amendments.
Without objection, such shall be the order.
Speaker, I also request unanimous consent to suspend Assembly Rule 77 to allow Mr. Ting to take up that measure.
Without objection, such shall be the order. The one-day wait is waived. Members, we are going to take up AB 120 without reference to file. Clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 120 by the Committee on Budget, an act relating to the state budget, making appropriation therefore to take effect immediately. Budget bill.
Mr. Ting, you may open.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. AB 120 is one of our many budget trailer bills. This is coming back from the Senate, and we are asking for an aye vote in order so that we can pass all of our budget trailer bills, which I have in front of us today, in order to pass the budget on time by June 15th. So respectfully ask for aye vote on AB 120.
Thank you, Mr. Ting. Mr. Obernolte, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, AB 120 reimburses our state counties for costs involved with the 2016 election. There's no way that our counties could have avoided these costs. I think it's very appropriate that we reimburse them, and I request an aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Obernolte. Seeing no additional discussion, Mr. Ting, you may close if you wish.
Thank you. I appreciate the clarification from my colleague. I apologize. I got the bills mixed up. AB 120 is the $16 million budget bill to assist counties and the Secretary of State with appropriations to help them with the potential increased turnout for the June primary. This is money that will go for poll workers, for additional polling locations so that we can ensure that everyone who wants to vote in the June primary will vote. Respectfully ask for aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Ting. With that, clerk will open the roll. All members vote who wish to vote. All members vote who wish to vote. All members vote who wish to vote. The clerk will close the roll, tally the vote. Ayes 73, no 0. Measure passes. Mr. Tang, you are recognized.
Are we doing the budget vote now?
File item 105, members. AB 1599 by Mr. Tang. Clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 1599 by the Committee on Budget, an act relating to the Budget Act of 2016.
Mr. Tang, you may open.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This is the first of many budget trailer bills. AB 1599 is the first in a series of bills that we are sending over to the Senate as budget trailer bills. We need to send them now to the Senate in order that we can pass the budget on time by June 15th. I would like to make a motion that we substitute the roll for file items 106 to 144 for this particular vote.
Mr. Tang, we are going to take this vote, and then we will entertain that request.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Obernolte, you are again recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Colleagues, earlier this month, the state of California received a grade of F for transparency in legislative spending from the California Public Interest Research Group. Only 3 states received a grade of F, and in a ranking of all 50 states, the state of California was ranked dead last for transparency in legislative spending. In the action that we're contemplating taking today, we are earning that F grade. I have 2 specific objections to these bills. The first objection concerns the process that we're following. Our constituents have only one opportunity for public comment on bills pending before this legislature, and that opportunity comes through the committee process. In passing empty spot bills and later amending in the contents, we're removing those bills from the committee process, and we're depriving our public from the opportunity to comment on them. My second objection concerns timing. In recent years, we've had many examples where these budget spot bills are filled in at the very last minute right before a vote, which deprives us not only of the opportunity to read and analyze them ourselves, but also deprives our constituents of that opportunity. Now, this is my first term in this legislature. I know that's also true of many of you. We're not responsible for what this body did in the past in terms of process. But if I finish my service here and we still have an F grade for legislative transparency, I will be ashamed. And I hope you would be too. Colleagues, there is no reason why we can't reform our process to make this unnecessary. Now, I am very encouraged that the chair of the Budget Committee and the Budget Committee staff have pledged to work towards having these bills in print 72 hours before a vote. But until we've proven that we can make that a reality, I must urge a no vote on these empty budget trailer bills.
Thank you, Mr. Obernolte. Seeing no additional discussion or debate on the item, Mr. Ting, you may close if you wish.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With respect to my colleague from Big Bear, we have been having budget subcommittees, as he knows, since the end of February. In Budget Sub 1, we have 2 meetings a week. Those are publicly noticed items. In Budget Sub 2, we have 2 meetings a week. Budget Sub 3, we have a meeting a week. Budget Sub 4 and Sub 5. All the contents of the budget will be occupied with all those meetings in the budget. Anybody in the public who so wishes can look at those agendas, come comment on those items, really go through each of those details that I've quite learned is quite voluminous. We pass a $122 billion budget every year. Doesn't happen in one day, doesn't happen in one night. It happens over a month-long process. So during that time, again, all of the contents that are going to be in these trailer bills goes through each of those subcommittees. The Senate has the same process as well. So if the public misses one of our meetings, they can go to the Senate and comment on those. In regards to the minority party, I really would urge all the minority party's members of those subcommittees to attend the committees, to give comment, to lend their perspective. We've had an issue with their attendance So again, I'm all for transparency, but we need to do our job, and we have to pass the budget on time. And if there are specific examples of things that we can do to improve transparency, I am 1,000% for it. But this is what we need to do to pass a 4-month-long process to get the budget done on time, which is what we're statutorily required to do by law. It's not a one-day process. It's a 4-month process, and it's $122 billion that keeps schools open, makes sure that we fund hospitals, and make sure that we keep our streets safe. So I urge your aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Ting. With that, clerk will open the roll. All members vote who desire to vote. 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 Clerk will. All members vote who desire to vote. All members vote who desire to vote. Clerk will close the roll, tally the vote. Ayes 51, noes 26. Measure passes. Mr. Ting, you are recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we substitute the roll for items 106 to 144.
Without objection, such shall be the order. Mr. Ting is requesting that the roll call for file item 105 be substituted for file items 106 through 144, and without objection, such shall be the order.
Thank you.
The clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 1600,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1601,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1602,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1603,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1604,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1605,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1606,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1607,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1608,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1609,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1610,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1611,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1612,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1613,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1614,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1615,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1616,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1617,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1618,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1619,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1620,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1621,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1622,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1623,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1624,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1625,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1626,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1627,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1628,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1629,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1630,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1631,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1632,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1633,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1634,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1635,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1636,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
Assembly Bill 1637,
Ayes 51, noes 26.
and Assembly Bill 1638.
Ayes 51, noes 26. Members, we are going to move to file item 150, 148, and 149, pass and retain. File item 150, AB 2071, clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 2071 by Assemblymember Harper and others, an act relating to elections.
Mr. Harper, you may open.
Well, I hope this one goes a little better. Speaker and members, I am here to present Assembly Bill 2071, this time an actual bipartisan bill to clarify California's vote-by-mail system. In 2014, this legislature passed SB 29 by then-Senator Lou Correa, which requires elections officials to count vote-by-mail ballots. They're delivered up to 3 days after the election. If they're delivered by either the post office or by, quote, a bona fide private mail delivery company, unquote. Unfortunately, SB 29 did not define what a bona fide private mail delivery company is, and therefore there's no uniform understanding as to what kinds of entities are allowed to handle and deliver vote-by-mail ballots on behalf of voters after Election Day. AB 2071 provides that missing definition and clarifies that bona fide private mail delivery company is a for-profit courier service in the business of accepting and delivering parcels such as DHL, FedEx, and UPS, and not from a political campaign which may be harvesting vote-by-mail ballots from voters. In other words, you can't be a for-profit delivery service if you're a paid political campaign operative and you just put on an Acme delivery service hat. That's what this bill seeks to be able to prevent and to clarify. This will fulfill the goals of SB 29, will provide clarity to all election officials throughout the 58 counties, and will help safeguard our election system. This bill was passed unanimously and on a bipartisan basis through the Elections Committee. I respectfully ask for your aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Harper. Mr. Linder, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question of the author.
Without objection.
Is this your first bill?
This is my first bill. As I said, my first resolution didn't seem to go so well.
Thank you. Members, we're in the second year of a 2-year cycle. We're approximately 1 year, 6 months into it. The question of the author is, what took you so long?
Mr. Jones, state your point of order.
Mr. Speaker, and my mic's also up to speak in proper order, but the point of order is, while our good friend from Corona, Southern California, is harassing our good friend from Orange County, California, on how long it's taken his bill to get to the floor, maybe actually a parliamentary inquiry. I'm not sure what this is, actually, to tell the truth, but I know our good friend, our former good friend from Arrowhead or Twin Falls or wherever it was in San Bernardino, it took him 3 years, Mr. Donnelly, 3 years to get his first bill to the floor. So I just wanted to point that out, that it took him half as long as our other former colleague.
Mr. Jones, your point of order is very well taken. Mr. Linder, you may continue.
Well, thank you. I'd just like to point out that at least it did happen in the assembly member from Huntington Beach's first term. So with that, I respectfully support the bill and request your aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Linder. Mr. Wilk, you are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question of the author.
Without objection.
You claim to be the conscience of the conservatives.
Wow, I do.
And this bill is coming to the floor 153 days quicker than our former conservative conscious from Twin Peaks is where he's from. So can you still claim the mantle of being the conscience of the conservative movement when you beat him by 153 days? And with that, I urge an aye vote.
I'll leave that for my close.
Mr. Harper will address that in his close. Mr. Jones.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now, in proper order, I do want to remind the author that he still has not answered the question from our good colleague from Corona, California. And I have a question as well, Mr. Speaker, of the author.
Without objection.
I'm not an attorney, nor do I speak Greek. So could you define in English what bona fide means?
I can look up the dictionary definition, but it means true, the actual delivery service.
And I will, for the edification for the members on the floor, I'm being corrected that it is Latin. Yes, I know that it is Latin. Thank you, Mr. Harper, and I do urge an aye vote as well.
Mr. Harper, you may now address those questions and close.
Thank you. And I can't do the Latin as well as my colleagues from Walnut Creek or my colleague from Irvine, which had a discussion previously during a session. But this bill is a small bill that addresses something that was just left undefined in the previous bill. And so it's seeking to make sure that we have an election system where our election officials can proceed in a way that all of us understand, and that we can make sure that our ballots are held securely and by impartial delivery services, and thus defend the integrity of our voting system. I respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Harper. With that, clerk will open the roll. All members vote or desire to vote. All members vote or desire to vote. All members vote or desire to vote. Clerk will close the roll, tally the vote. Ayes 70, no 0. Measure passes. No applause on the floor, members. File item 151, pass and retain. File item 152 is AB 1723 by Mr. Dodd. The clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 1723 by Assemblymember Dodd and others, an act relating to debt collection.
Mr. Dodd, you may open.
Mr. Speaker and members, I'm pleased to present to you Assembly Bill 1723, the Identity Theft Resolution Act. This bill will provide a faster resolution process for victims of identity theft who find themselves in debt collection and face negative credit reporting as a result. In 2015, I became one of 1.5 million Californians who have fallen victim to identity theft. My identity was stolen and fraudulent accounts were opened in my name. Over the last year, I've become intimately familiar with the lengthy resolution process that so many victims must undergo just to stop harassing phone calls and clear their name and credit report. Believe me when I tell you that there is much room for improvement. The Identity Theft Resolution Act will put reasonable timeliness into place for debt collection companies to start and identify theft investigation, notify consumer regardless of the outcome of the investigation, and update. I respectfully ask for each and every one of your aye votes on this matter. Very important matter. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Dodd, you may submit your actual statement to the clerk for the record. With that, seeing no additional discussion or debate, clerk will open the roll. All members vote who wish to vote. All members vote who wish to vote. All members vote who wish to vote. Clerk will close the roll, tally the vote. Ayes 74, no 0. Measure passes. File item 153, pass and retain. File item 154, AB 2755. Clerk will read.
Assembly Bill 2755 by Assemblymember Gallagher and others, an act relating to agriculture.
Mr. Gallagher, you may open.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker and members. I'm pleased to present AB 2755, which addresses the increase of bee thefts across the state. California has the largest beekeeping industry in the country and is a leader in honey production. Since the 1st of January this year, however, 1,734 hive thefts have been reported to the California State Beekeepers Association. The loss of 200 beehives, as happened to a business in my district, Sprague Apiaries, can be as much as $36,000 up front. But the bigger cost is the opportunity cost. Not having those hives and being able to contract and use them for farmers in the region is as much as 3 times that cost in opportunity cost of losing those hives. In order to put a little sting into these bee thefts, AB 2755 provides civil damages 3 times the value of bees that are stolen or unlawfully treated. Thank you for allowing me to present this important legislation, and I respectfully request your aye vote.
Thank you, Mr. Gallagher. Seeing no discussion or debate on this item, clerk will open the roll. All members vote or desire to vote. All members vote or desire to vote. All members vote or desire to vote. Clerk will close the roll. Tally the vote. Ayes 73, no 0. Measure passes. File items 155 through 161